we are looking to install some SW Motech Evo grips. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to take the split pin out from the back of the peg. Sometimes this will be a circlip, but in this case it is a split pin. Now, as you can see, I've just straightened that up there. If you're very careful with it, you'll be able to reuse it, but it is better to get yourself another split pin. That's the split pin removed there. Just needs like a little bit of a wiggle, and it will come out. Now I'm going to take the washer off and just gently push the peg out, which will release the peg from the bag. Probably worth knowing before I just take this off where the spring is. So the peg comes completely away from the bike, and I've got the spring there, and the spring just attaches itself inside the peg, top lip of the peg, just there. Comparison here of the new footrest, which is considerably bigger than the previous one, so for off-road riding it should be really good. So whilst I have got the peg off the bike, I'm just going to take the opportunity to just give it a good cleaning there, and then just apply a small amount of grease just to help it back on. Okay, so we're looking good there now. Everything's nice and clean, tidied up, all ready for the new peg. Now what I'm going to do is just going to apply just a little bit of grease onto the peg and to the area that's going to go on there. Needs a very small amount. So first of all, just offering it up there, you'll see there's like a slope side. It is actually marked left and right on the other one, so it's you'd struggle to get it wrong. So what you need to try and do here now is you need to put the bracket on and the spring clip at the same time, so it all just slots in there. I'll just get a better view of that, just making sure that that back loop of the spring is touching the bike and the top bit is just hooked over the top of the peg. You're going to need to push a little bit because you're going to have to compress that spring to get the pin in place for it to go all the way through, but it's not too not too bad. Just clean this up here. So now what we've got is we've got the spring in place with the back loop at the back and this section hooking over. So that's what gives you your movement on there, and the pin is through there. So now we need to just replace the washer that came off and the split pin. And there we go. So it's a bit of a monkey just to drop it in there, but you should be able to just squeeze that split pin back in, and then once it's in, just open it up at the end and you're back in business. Should be able to see that now. So that's with it back in, split pin back in, and it's opened up, so we're all good to go. So the next step is you need to take your foot pegs here, and you'll need to take the central sort of cylinder that comes out of that, which looks just like this, and you can see there how it all kind of slots together, and you can have it in all kinds of different positions, which increases the height or lowers the pegs, moves them backwards or forwards depending on what your preferences are. See these markings, if you can see that just there, there's some markings on there, so you can kind of see how far you are away, and that's so that you can set the other side up exactly the same. So it's just one thing to consider that when you're playing around with it. So the next thing to do is to actually offer up the actual foot peg to where you've got it on here. Which again just slots in, and again there is multiple positions for how you want this to be set up. So again, you're just going to have to use your eye to see where it should be set up. It's not quite as easy from this side to be from this position to be able to see where your peg is positioned, but the options here are you can have them slightly, well, not that much, but slightly further forward, or you can have them slightly back, whatever your preference is. For now, since I'm just putting them on, I'm just going to put them flat, and then I'll play around with them later on. So the last thing to do really is to, underneath there you can see the sort of hole, and we need to put in the washer and the socket cap screw that comes with it to just finally seal it up. It does recommend that you use thread lock on these screws, but to be honest I am going to be playing around with them quite a bit, so I'm not going to want to put thread lock on it just yet until I'm happy with the position that I've got them in. And you can see with the spring washers here, there's a kind of washer on top of a washer or so, if you like, so that just kind of slots inside here. Just like that. So as you see, we've got that nicely in there now with the socket cap on there. With the instructions you do get a torque setting, so you do know exactly what it is that you need to put on there. You also do get these tiny little black bung washer things which go just up on the inside of there, I believe. I'm not sure why, but I don't think they're going to be in there for that long. I think they'll probably pop out, those ones. And then the other option is, if you don't want the rubber on there, if you are going to be completely off-road, then there is, you can see there is a screw located just underneath the foot peg, which you can undo, and then off you go. So that's pretty much it. That's all there is to fitting SW Motech Evo foot pegs onto an Africa Twin 2017 model, and they look pretty good, and they're a hell of a lot bigger than the stock ones.